Afternoon.
Afternoon.
How are you both doing?
Doing great.
Good. My first question for you, Michael. Obviously, you play twins, Smoke and Stack. What makes them different?
Oh man, so many things. Smoke's the older one. He's more like the father figure out of the two. The executioner of plans. The businessman, the one he wants to kind of get things done. And Stack's more of a dreamer. He's the more the mouthpiece, a little more charismatic. Front of the house, the dreamer. He's the one that getting them into shit, and then Smoke's the one usually getting them out. Yeah. I think that's like one of the bigger differences between the two.
Amazing, thank you. And for you, Miles, Randy Boland tutored you for the guitar during this process. Will any of that tutoring stick with you, or what has stuck with you?
Yeah, for sure. I've definitely been, applying a lot of what he taught me to, the guitar and just into my own music and stuff. So, having that time to really, practice and, I've used all of that, for the future. So
you're working on your album, right?
Working on the album, working on my music.
Okay.
Michael's like, talk on it. Like,
Facts. Yeah. Working on my stuff, and this gave me a real, great chance to really dive into music and, apply a lot of that, blues and all of that stuff to my sound. So I'm excited for that.
And music is a really big part of this film. Obviously, you perform in this, and obviously you've got the juke joint in this. Outside of filming, what were you listening to?
Oh, I mean, Ryan put together, playlists, in general, and then as I went on my own character development, I started to kind of, explore what kind of music they would listen to, because Smoke and Stack, they can't play any instruments, they're not musicians, but they love music, so a lot of Muddy Waters, Robert Johnson, Howlin' Wolf, James Brown. I was listening a lot of James Brown, Roy Hargrove. I was listening a lot to. So things of that nature just kind of get me into the mood. Like there's a high emotional level to this movie, so music kind of gets me into the vibe of certain scenes. So those are the ones I was listening to.
And for you, Miles, what was it like seeing Sammy, his performance on the big screen? With everything, with the cultural heritage and the legacy.
Yeah, no, that was a special moment for sure. Just to really be in that moment, and to really, like, I feel like being in that moment, you really get to feel like, and see the evolution of music. You see where the blues came from. You see where it's going. You see how it, created so many other genres that we love today. So to be in that moment, with the whole cast, that was special.
And were there any, aside from obviously the big drama moments within filming, were there anything on set that surprised you, that you've learned?
I think this is the first time I shot on film since Fruitville. And I've used IMAX cameras before, but this was the first time I used them in a lot of dialogue scenes. So I think sync sound and how noisy they can be, and the limited takes that we actually had with these big scenes, that you have a take or two before we had to reload, and the momentum that is kind of disrupted, that you have to kind of stay in it longer. So the hyper focus of the cast and crew was crucial for us on this one. And we're doing a lot of complicated technical shots, with the twin work, et cetera, et cetera. So there was a lot of elements in this one that made me feel like it was my first time making the movie at some time. So that was something that I kind of took away from this one.
And for you, Miles?
Man, I didn't realize how long it took to shoot one scene. It take like an hour just to shoot one scene. It'll be like a 10-second scene. So that was an interesting process to see, setup. Like how much setup.
Setup.
Like how much care goes into it. So that was dope to see for sure.
Does it make you want to continue acting then?
Yeah, for sure.
And for both of you, a final question: what is your favorite vampire film?
I've been saying the same thing. Like Vampire
Vampire Brooklyn is probably one of my favorite ones. But like Lost Boys is another great one. And Blade,
Blade for sure.
So
Blade,
I want for sure.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Great questions.